Yeah, live life a little bit, Ben Bergeron. Go eat your cake. I get it. And stop winning the CrossFit games too. Uh-huh. Yeah, and then lose all your athletes as well. Uh-huh. Yo! Today's video is going to be the best way to lose body fat as somebody out there who probably wants to lose body fat. I made a whole bunch of videos on Sporty Beth on how she now thinks that it is the healthiest, mentally healthiest at the minimum way to be living the lifestyle that she is to be eating and doing whatever she needs to as an athlete at that size. And of course, we all know that I disagree with that at this point.
Oh well.
So I thought that it would be a fun video to make to now go with something that I actually had a conversation in real life the other day. Alexis and I went out to dinner with a whole bunch of our friends, and one of the friends sitting right next to me goes, "Hey, didn't you say interval training is the best way to lose weight?" And I'm like, what did I say? When did I say it? Was it 1 month ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Did you watch a video of mine online and maybe take something out of context? And I'm just like trying to shift through all the file cabinets. And I'm like, what is it? Maybe it's the fact that I'm in the CrossFit space and you know that I make CrossFit videos, and maybe because this person isn't a CrossFitter, they heard me say something somewhere. They think CrossFit is an interval-based programming. They think that CrossFit is the best way to lose body fat, which, by the way,
word on the street is
the case. That is, if you follow the diet model, which nobody freaking does. Nobody follows the CrossFit diet model. And I'm not saying it's paleo, it's the fitness in 100 words. The big thing that everybody misses in there is you eat sugar. Idiot. And when you have a whole bunch of sugar and processed carbohydrates, then all of a sudden you do not do CrossFit any longer. Or at least you aren't reaping the benefits from the foundational level that is fitness in 100 words. It's the whole thing that I said about, hey, Sporty Beth, take CF out of there, because when you eat the way that you do, you are not in any way, shape, or form doing CrossFit anymore. It doesn't matter! And I could have just said that to this person sitting next to me when they say, hey, what's the best way to lose body fat? Isn't it interval training? I go, well, it is, and it could be. That is, it's really the calorie deficit that you get from following the diet model and then doing the exercise. Because the follow-up question to that was like, what do you mean? Because I didn't know what this person was pulling from. I don't know what they heard me say, when they heard me say it. So I just asked, what do you think I said that made you think that I said interval training is the best way to achieve your goal here? And then they brought up the afterburn. And I'm like, here we go, the afterburn, right? Because when you do interval training, you aren't just burning calories in the moment. Everyone thinks that you're burning calories later on in the day. And it's one of the stupidest things ever, because let's just say I do Fran, and it takes me, I don't know, 3 minutes to do Fran. You aren't burning extra calories all day from doing, all right, you probably are burning a couple of extra calories the rest of the day from doing Fran. But let's just say that I, Andrew Hiller, like everybody else on the planet, just for the sake of ease, we burn 2,000 calories, right? I do Fran takes me 3 minutes. Let's say the whole class takes me 30, because I gotta warm up, I gotta freaking save my life and cool down after I'm done with my 3-minute workout. 206 is my best friend. Wow. So all in all, in that 30 minutes that I spent getting ready to do and doing Fran, I burned a grand total of 200 calories. Whoop-de-doo, that's so many, good job, but doesn't matter. I could have also had burned 200 calories just going on a freaking 2-mile walk, 1 mile walk, maybe not even a 1 mile walk. I burned 200 calories. And you tell me, is it better to do some sort of long, slow distance stuff, or is it better to do Fran to burn calories? I'll let you think about that one for a minute. Why is it better to potentially be doing Fran than it would be to do a 30-minute walk? For some people, it ain't. To burn body fat, that is, because when you do Fran and then you drink beer over the course of the weekend and then you have a whole bunch of freaking processed carbohydrate and sugar, and you aren't an athlete, which is probably something that's also very important, because you see these people throwing down Snickers bars and Gatorade powder like Matt Fraser did. That's okay, because he is an elite athlete who does all these workouts and he needs that stuff to do what he needs to do at the CrossFit Games. But for those of you people out there who want to look like a freaking shredded monster, you gotta follow the diet model. You can't be doing all that crap. You gotta freaking look at your calorie intake, because it's calories in versus calories out. That is all you gotta think about. Whatever the frick diet you wanna do, whatever the frick workout program you wanna do, if everyone starts at 2,000 and you eat 2,100 every single day, that's a 100 calorie surplus every single day. You're adding calories. Do that over the course of what? 1 month and 1 week, it's an additional 3,500 calories. You throw in 1 pound of body fat. How many people didn't know that one? 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of body fat. So if it's an extra 100 calories a day, then it's 35 days at 100 calories a day and you've gained 1 pound of fat. And how do you lose it, Andrew? Well, you gotta do the opposite. If you're at 2,000 calories and 1,900 is 100 calories less, you've gotta do that every single day, 100 calories less. So now, if you're that person who does Fran, let's just say you do Fran every single day.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's why no one will remember your name.
I'm 200 pounds, I burn 2,000 calories a day, did Fran every day for a month, and it's 200 extra calories. That makes sense, right? So I'm burning extra 200 calories a day. I'm still still eating 2,000. I've lost 200 calories a day. It means in about 17 or 18 days, I'll lose 1 pound of body fat. But the difference between doing Fran and going on a walk is I am now moving an external load. I'm doing some weight bearing. I am putting on some muscle from the intensity. Feel those sore legs you got down there? You feel those sore shoulders? You feel all that stuff going on? Your body is changing because of all that stuff. That change is something that you cannot accomplish when you're going on a walk. So the question that this person was asking is about the afterburn in relation to interval training. And the answer to that question is that's so stupid.
What's the matter with you, boy?
Anybody who will try to tell you that the afterburn and the calories that you're burning over the course of the day, you're a 2,000 calorie a day person, you did Fran, you'd burn 200 calories in a half hour. Now, I did Fran, so I hurt really bad. Now it's 2010, 2020, 2030. Oh my God, I'm gonna burn 2,500 calories a day. That's so wrong, but it's also kind of right. Because if you continuously do hard things with external loads, or maybe even just your body weight in challenging positions where it's now going to adapt and throw on some extra muscle, which is the second time I've said that now, the answer to the question is extra muscle. Being a bigger person. Why is it that I'm sure that every woman has gone through this at some point in time, and I know that I've heard a handful of women say it why is it that you, as they look up at their 6 foot tall boyfriend, why can you eat so much more than me and you don't gain any weight? Well, that 6 foot tall person can eat that much more because at 6 feet of height and you're 5'2", there is 10 inches difference right there of lean human. They could be the fattest person ever, but there is bone, there are organs, and there are muscles that are longer, that are all that stuff. You need to power it to move. So if this person goes from here to there, and the freaking 5'2" person goes from here to there, from here to here, the people are going to burn different numbers of calories. If you have a 400 meter track, 6 foot person walks around the track and 5'2" person walks around the track. Both of them are going to burn different amounts of calories because it takes more energy for the freaking 6 foot person to move their way around the freaking track. So the answer to the 5'2" person is actually put on some muscle. You could do that through interval training. Perhaps it isn't the afterburn, it's the accumulation of extra muscle that you might be getting from doing not just like a Tabata, I don't know, that is freaking bike ride every day. We're not just gonna ride the bike because at a certain point in time, you're pretty good at the freaking bike. And the bike isn't hard. You're not getting the stimulus where you are going to throw on extra muscle like you would if you were doing a Fran or a Diane or a Helen or an Elizabeth or a Grace or an Isabel or any of those things. Because the key to all of those things is the external load that you're moving, the constantly different spots that you're putting your body into, and the extra muscle that your body is throwing onto your body to get used to doing those crazy freaking things that you're now doing every single day. And the reason I'm making this video is because I don't really hear about this sort of stuff being talked about all that much anymore. I do think that there are probably a lot of people out there who are still convinced that they are burning extra calories from doing CrossFit in the sense that they did an interval training workout and now they have earned calories throughout the rest of the day.
Is that what you think? You think?
And maybe you have, but it's going to happen over a long period of time. Over that period of time, hopefully you've built a whole bunch of muscle. Over that period of time, hopefully you've also been following the diet model as closely as you can. And the reason that I went down the route of talking about building muscle to this individual is because they had just crushed a pretzel right next to me. One of those big ones, you know, with all the cheeses and the dips and the sauces. The pretzel's great. I didn't touch it because I'm only doing meat and fruit this year. Whole year meat and fruit. So what I got there were some freaking naked chicken wing things. Because chicken is a meat. You can have chicken freaking anywhere. And chicken's delicious. I got to watch everybody eat the pretzel around me, and that's okay. And believe it or not, there were also some people there who were drinking beer. And that's okay too. But if you do those things and you are an individual trying to lose weight, which by the way, not everybody sitting with us at that point was. Not everyone's trying to lose weight. Some people are just doing whatever they want to do and they're happy doing what they're doing. That's okay, but don't try to get everyone else around you to change the way that they are for you. It's probably my biggest issue with people like Sporty Beth. They're telling everybody in the world that it's okay to do that thing. And the only reason that they're doing that is because they are this way and they don't want to challenge themselves to be better. They don't want to be the best version of themselves. And the worst thing about Sporty Beth is that she was the best version of herself. She knows what it's like, but she realized that it was hard, and now she's backpedaled and she's all the way back to where she started from. I'm convinced that there is a truth to just about everything out there. I don't know, maybe not everything, but 2 + 2 = 4, and that is the truth. In the sense of losing body fat, it is a calorie deficit that is the truth. How can you do that? You can either burn more energy throughout the day and go on all these walks. You can walk all freaking day. If you walk all freaking day, you're basically gonna have no time to eat. You're bound to lose weight. However, if you are a person and you put on 5 pounds of muscle, 10 pounds of muscle, you're gonna burn that much more calories over the course of that exact same walk. So if I walk for 24 hours at 190 pounds of freaking lean body mass versus if I'm 200 pounds lean, not extra body fat, all active tissue, because muscle is an active tissue. Fat, if you're 200 pounds of fat doesn't require you to freaking do anything to use it. It just sits on your body. It's like a weighted vest. Your body might be harder to move, but you aren't burning any more calories for that. But the truth there is that extra 10 pounds of muscle from 190 to 200, if I go on the same walk, I will now burn more calories because I have more tissue on me requiring myself to move over the course of that distance or for that duration of time. And why is it that CrossFit works? It's because you're basically doing both of those things. Not walking for an hour a day, but you're accumulating more muscle while following a diet model which will decrease your caloric intake, because believe it or not, it's really hard to eat too much meat. It's hard to eat too much meat. And the reason that I do the fruit for all of you that care, Andrew, fruit's got so much sugar in it.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Well, I'm on steroids, all right? California hormone. I'm currently 202 pounds at probably, 9 or 10% body fat. What am I at right now? I don't know. I'm freaking jacked. I burn 100 calories walking down the stairs in the morning. So every single day, I eat about 3 to 5 pounds of grapes. I have 5 to 10 apples. And I just like fruit, all right? Everybody will find a diet that works for them, but you're gonna have a really hard time getting to be the person that you wanna be while throwing down a whole bunch of crap like refined carbohydrates, pasta, bread, freaking cereal, freaking cookies, noodles. Did I say pasta? I think I said pasta and noodles. They're both bad. And if you're watching this video and you're thinking Andrew's preaching to a whole bunch of people, if you're someone out there who's genuinely doing you, you're probably my favorite type of person. I never once had anybody who would come into the affiliate after a weekend of drinking Friday and Saturday, who would come in on a Monday and they would just do their thing. They knew what they had done that weekend. They knew that they shouldn't have drank. They did it anyway. They had someone in town that they wanted to do something with for business. And now they were paying the price on Monday and Tuesday. The thing about that person is they were always there on Monday and they were on Tuesday. They never took a time off.
I had 2 weeks off the gym and I went back on Saturday and it made me so sore that I skipped my next gym session. Clearly exercising with jet lag is horrendous. I don't know how anybody that works night shifts or struggles with sleep manages to still exercise. It was awful.
It's almost like they knew the contract, the deal with the devil that they had signed on that Friday and Saturday binger. And the same thing can apply with food as well. If you eat an entire pizza on a Saturday night or on a freaking Sunday night or every single night you eat an entire pizza, you know what it is you're throwing down the pipe. The people that I do have huge issues with are the people who have a goal for themselves. They want to lose weight, they want to build muscle, they want to make it to the freaking semifinals, or they want to make it to the games, and then they're not really doing things that align with their goals. And the worst of all of them is the sporty Beth. You try to convince everybody else to be doing this crappy thing as well. It's okay to drink on the weekends. Live life a little bit. It's like, shut the hell up. Yeah, live life a little bit, Ben Bergeron. Go eat your cake. I get it. And stop winning the CrossFit games too. Yeah, and then lose all your athletes as well. Kinda sucks to have a goal that nobody cares about, doesn't it? Doesn't it? That's all I gotta say about that. Put some muscle on. Go do Fran. Andrew Hiller, out.
Please smash that like button, don't touch there now.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!